Good day, Kavibal, and welcome to our Facebook Live learning session. For the discussion today, the topic will be on integrating pop culture elements into 21st century online learning. Before we begin, take note of the following reminders. Make sure you are registered to the webinar to have your e-certificate of participation. Visit certificate.vibalgroup.com to generate your proof of attendance. Place your questions on the comment box allotted during the session and they will be addressed by our speaker later on. Share the video using hashtag LearnAs1PH as our official hashtag to our Vibal webinars. Experience learning, Kavibal. And now, to proceed with our webinar this morning, it is my pleasure to introduce to you our distinguished speaker today. Giandel Atalia is a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Secondary Education, major in General Science in City University of Pasay, with complete academic requirements and currently writing his own thesis for his master's degree of science education in National Teachers College. A senior high school teacher in Pasay City North High School, Tramo Campus. He commits his work on student-centered activities and classroom flipping strategies to provide authentic learning experiences to his students who are non-STEM with the goal of inculcating scientific attitude to every student, whatever the strand is. His experiences in private Catholic and Montessori schools allowed him to weld these experiences into a unique, animated teaching style that he aims to suit the needs of the 21st century learners. When not in workplace, he spends his time taking part-time tutorials, cycling cross-country, and traversing the provinces with his scooter. You can follow him on his YouTube page where he publishes college entrance exam tutorial videos to his own senior high school students in entering prestigious state universities and colleges. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Mr. Giandel Atalia.
Hi. What can I say? A bit nervy, I guess. Okay. Good morning, people of Vibal and those who are watching live via Facebook stream. I am teacher Giandel and Natalia, just a simple senior high school teacher. And welcome to this kind of talk. We are about to integrate pop culture elements into the 21st century virtual classroom. Okay, so what's pop culture first? So we're gonna tackle that, but before that, I'm just gonna introduce a bit of myself. I'm a fun and let's say energetic advisor, always hands-on with my advisory class. I have two dogs. Okay, one who's a bit hyper and one who's a bit sad. I'm a big fan of chess. Used to train students regarding chess. Of course, PC games are my thing. I love traveling, using my bicycle, and of course using my motorcycles. So why did I start with that? Okay. Um the whole point of my topic is that you need to put in front your qualities as a person to be an effective teacher. Okay, again, put your primary qualities as a person to be an effective teacher. We live in an age where there is almost no gap between your thing, your interests, and the students' interests. Okay, almost all students I know play ML, Mobile Legends, and you could be surprised that almost all the teachers nowadays, especially during this pandemic, play ML as well. So, parang naging shared interest ang Mobile Legends and other things. I can name a few that we share with our students. Netflix, watching Kingdom, watching K-dramas, Game of Thrones, any shows at all. Makaka-relate ang students, makaka-relate ang teacher. Other than that, cycling, exercising, maybe shows that you like. So, and using those shared interests can be used to further push our agenda. Okay, our agenda as teachers. So that is my topic for today. Anything that we share with the students in this world of pop culture we can use to teach. So our objectives is first to gain insights on how pop culture can be integrated into online classes and overall teaching. Number two, acquire understanding on the concepts of virtual. Okay, think there's. Oh, yeah, I didn't share screen. Okay, so I'm about to share screen first. Okay, okay, from the top. Okay, okay. So, yeah, share the interests. Okay, again, we live in the age where there is almost no gap, okay, between the hobbies and interests of teachers and students. Okay, lahat tayo pare-parehas na ng trip, especially during the shared quarantine interests. Okay, Netflix, Mobile Legends, gaming, okay, pop culture, showbiz, okay? And using those shared interests can be used to further push our agenda of teaching. So, first objective is to gain insights on how pop culture, the things we like, especially with TV, radio, internet, social media, can be integrated into online classes and overall teaching. Acquire understanding on the concepts of virtual personalities, interactivity or interactive media, the concept of anonymity, memes, and even stand-up comedy. Okay, and how those things can help in online teaching. So, opening activity muna tayo, mga kabibal. Okay? May papagawa lang ako sa inyo and you are free to comment on the comment section. Ano ang title mo sa larangan ng edukasyon? Okay? Yan lang naman ang isasagot natin. I am the blank of the educational field. Ako ang blank ng larangan ng edukasyon. Actually, this is a game I used to play with my students, okay? Getting to know. Okay? Imbes na ilalagay nila yung pangalan nila and hobbies, 'di ba? Usually yun yung ginagawa natin sa klase. Tinatanong ko agad sa kanila, ano yung perception mo sa sarili mo? Okay, halimbawa, ako ang Batman ng classroom na to. Okay, ako ang K-pop lover ng classroom na to. So, tayo naman mga teachers. So, ano ang title nyo sa educational field? Okay, I am the blank of educational field. Wow, Ma'am Lodi, okay? I am the beacon of the educational field. Wow, very cool word. Okay, tama. Tayo ang light ng educational field. So, I am the beacon of the educational field. So, isang word pa lang, nagbibigay na sa'yo ng mental image na yung teacher na yun, si Ma'am Lodi, ay somehow isang light ng kanyang school. Okay? Never been truer. Okay? So, ano pa yung pwede nating ibigay na comment? Okay? I am the blank of the educational field. Yun, I am the heart and soul of educational field. Wow, good job, Ma'am Corazon. I am the frontliner of education. Thank you, Ma'am Melody. Okay? So, this activity can be used in online classes in the first day of teaching, in the first day of online classes. Okay, tanong mo agad sa kanila, ano yung perception mo sa sarili mo? Ikaw ang blank ng classroom. Okay, so ako, pwede kong isagot dyan, ako ang Naruto ng classroom. Mahilig kasi ako sa anime. Okay, so that's a good activity to start with in the first day of online classes. Instead of asking them, okay, their hobbies, their name, of course, tanong mo agad sa kanila, ano ka sa classroom na to? So, and it's gonna open up a lot of opportunities to all. I am the superhero. I am the inspirer. Okay, the stream of learning. Okay, so hindi ko na kayang basahin kasi madami pa tayong slides. Pero thank you po mga teachers sa pag-respond. Good job. Okay. So, pwede nyong gamitin ang game na Cards of Humanity. Okay? I-spice up nyo lang yung interests nila. Wala pa rin tatalo sa DepEd. No? Imbes na Alaska, DepEd. Okay, blank. Love ko to. Uh, government allowance, love ko to. Okay. So, there are lots of games actually that are being used by, let's say, fun people in college that we can use as teachers. Okay? And isa dyan ay Cards Against Humanity. Okay. So let's start with the real thing, which is, our talk for the day. Is navigating the new normal in schools like this. You know, if you remember, this is a scene from Bird Box, wherein, the main character is trying to guide, okay, her children going to an unknown sanctuary wherein they can be safe. Okay. Ganito ba ang new normal para sa atin? Nangangapa ba tayo? Pero actually, if you would think about it, hindi dapat tayo nangangapa bilang teachers. Our institutions are here to guide us. First, blended learning has been there since the 1960s. Na-streamline siya noong 1990s. So, ibig sabihin, yung pinapakita ng DepEd ngayon na blended learning style, it has been there. Okay, so it's ours to grab it na lang. So, ibig sabihin, yung DepEd, ini-introduce nyo na yan dati pa. At isang magandang opportunity na i-master natin ang blended learning style. Another, ICT integration has been the goal of DepEd since the beginning of millennium. 2000s pa lang, like 2004, ini-integrate na nila ang ICT, PowerPoint presentations, multimedia. Diba nung mga bata pa tayo, bata pa yung mga henerasyon ko, nanonood tayo ng movies sa science lab ng school natin. Diba? Ewan ko kung naabutan ba ng ibang teachers yon, pero kaming mga millennials naabutan namin yun. So manonood ka ng movies. That's ICT integration already. That's part of blended learning. So this new normal should have been the normal thing for education earlier. There are teachers who are simply trying to adapt to the new normal. Alam mo yun, parang may mga teachers na wala na akong magagawa eh. Ito na yun. Kailangan ko nang matutong gumawa ng online classes. But there are teachers like you, teachers in Vibal who are watching this right now, who are choosing to respond beyond the call of duty. Mas pinipili nyo na yakapin kung ano mang meron tayo ngayon. May teachers dyan na tumutulong sa frontliners. May teachers na nagmi-meeting. Paano ang gagawin ngayong bagong situation ng pasukan? May mga teachers dyan na tumutulong sa broadcasting. Okay? And if you remember, di ba, last few months ago, we've had broadcasts of recognition and graduation. So, that's a cool thing for teachers to do. Hindi natin inasahan na magagawa natin yun. And yet, we choose to respond beyond the call of duty. So, hats off po sa inyo mga teachers na nanonood ng ganitong klaseng intervention. Kasi you are choosing to respond beyond the call of duty. The situation. 45% are online, almost constantly are in the web. Okay? So ibig sabihin 45% ay halos araw-araw sa buhay nila ay online. Malalaman mo yan sa Facebook feed mo kung sinong active. 97% use social media platforms such as YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. 97%. Okay, so imagine that. 97% ng mga kakilala mo ay may social media na. Sino na lang kaya hindi? Even dogs have social media. Even pets, even cartoon characters have social media. And so should you. Okay? Filipinos are the world's top social media users. Tingnan mo, 4th year in a row na. Okay, talagang Pinoy pride. 76 million ang active social media users. And 2019, last year lang, there are 76 million social media users in the Philippines. Mapapa Pinoy pride ka na lang. Okay, so what's the situation? Okay, ano naman, sir, kung madaming gumagamit ng social media? Ibig sabihin nun, kung yung mga teachers ngayon, ginagamit nila yung technology na sanay na yung mga digital natives. Ulitin ko, yung mga teachers ngayon, which is above older than me, digital immigrants, they are using the technology now that are actually being used daily by digital natives. So, ibig sabihin, gagamitin mo yung Zoom, gagamitin mo yung Google Classroom, Facebook Meetups, sanay na yung mga bata. So, parang teritoryo nila yon. So, ang bizarre niya, dahil may gap. Okay, ang iniisip siguro, ang perception siguro ng mga bata, ay, hindi yata alam ni teacher na pwedeng i-mute. Hindi yata alam ni teacher na pwedeng magtaas ng kamay dito. So, mayroong gap. Okay, especially with the digital natives. Okay. Personally, I am a person born with newspapers. Okay. Sa Nokia 3210, mayroon pang fax nung bata ako. I would rather talk to you in person. Okay. So, another is, mas gusto ko na isang bagay lang yung fino-focus ko. Kasi isa akong digital immigrant eh. So, kinda between the line between digital immigrants and digital natives. But the kids nowadays, they are intuitive learners. So, ibig sabihin nun, dumedepende sila sa kung ano yung perception and impression nila kung anong trabaho ng ganitong app. Ibig sabihin, para pasimplehin to, fast learners sila pagdating sa technology. Napakabilis nilang mag-multitask. Okay? I would like to share to you my screen. Okay? Pakita ko lang yung screen ko ha. Para makita natin kung paano mag-multitask si Teacher Gian. Okay. Ayan, ilan lang to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9 lang yung tabs sa internet ko. Okay, 9 lang yung tabs sa internet browser ko. So, anong ibig sabihin niyan, Teacher Gian? So, imagine, yung mga students we have nowadays, they have more than 15 tabs. Okay, they have more than 15 tabs. So, ibig sabihin, ang bilis nila mag-multitask. Okay? Ang napakagaling nila mag-multitask bilang mga students. So, yan yung problem natin ngayon. Na mas magaling pa sa atin yung students na i-manipulate yung technology. So, balik tayo sa ating the gap can be bridged if the teachers and students met on the same ground. Ano ba yung pagkakasunduan natin? TV shows? TV shows. Social media, showbiz, ang tawag doon ay pop culture. And now is the start of my talk. Pop culture is music, art, literature, fashion, dance, film, anything that we actually consume. Anything that is consumed by the majority of society's population. Kaya nga siya tawag pop eh. Ibig sabihin popular culture. So, nakasanayan ng mga tao. So, popular culture is those types of media that have mass accessibility and appeal. Take note of the last four words. Mass accessibility and appeal. Ibig sabihin, pwedeng makuha ng kahit sino, pwedeng-pwede na maka-appeal or magustuhan ng kahit sino. So, ang pop culture is something that is powerful enough to capture your students' attention. Anything here. Okay, Big Bang Theory, alam mo yun, mga shows sa Netflix, games, especially Mobile Legends, Valorant, let's say Among Us, those things that can be used. Okay, in the age of online classes and blended learning, pop culture offers an opportunity for teachers and students to meet halfway. Okay, magkaroon ng relationship sa shared interests nila. Young people spend much of their time on pop culture. Ayaw man nilang aminin pero alam mo yun, kung hindi sila natutulog at hindi sila kumakain, nanonood sila ng TV, nandun sila sa gadgets nila, it's their way of life. I mean, it's how young people are nowadays. And they use pop culture as a tool. Okay, and we can use pop culture as a tool to be productive in teaching. Examples ng mga madalas ng gawin ng teacher pagdating sa pop culture ay ito, yung mga hugot. Hugot is pop culture. Okay? So, Things like, pag tumingin ka, bagsak tayong dalawa. So that's pop culture kasi accessible yan sa lahat eh. Nakaka-relate ang lahat. So even playing games, that's pop culture. Okay? Anything that is cool stuff, that's pop culture. Okay. So ano yung 5 key points ng our talk for today? Una ay yung konsepto ng online personality. Okay? Bakit ko ginamit si Angel Locsin? Kasi Angel Locsin, no matter what her image is, ang maging image man niya sa TV ay maging sexy star, ang maging image niya ay maging philanthropist, pare-parehas lang yung idea na si Angel Locsin ay isang mabuting tao. So, it's something that we can take notes from. Okay? Ang online personality. Okay? And especially today, nowadays, na sa online classes, you're just gonna spend limited time online. They're gonna make a mental image of you. So your personality online is important. Interaction games applied on online learning. So believe it or not, games are fun and educational too. So we can use them in online learning. Student fixation on anonymity and how it can be used in online classes. Madaming mga apps ngayon na nagfe-feature ng anonymity. There's Reddit, there are sites like 4chan. Okay, kung hindi kayo familiar, try to search na lang Reddit and 4chan. Wherein, mas malaki pa yung community nila sa social media. Okay, I mean, I'm not saying na literal ha, pero other people treat them better than social media. Anonymous sites where they can share their expressions, they can share their opinions, they can relate with each other without knowing the name. So madaming mga students ngayon, they are fixated on being unknown, unidentified, not being judged. So how can it be used in online classes? Nakikita lahat ng names. So mamaya pag-aaralan natin. Okay, next is meme balancing. From the pun, beam balancing. So ang paggamit ng memes, teachers, ay naaayon po sa kung anong uso ngayong linggo. Okay? Ang paggamit po ng memes na pinagtawanan na natin ng 2019 ay hindi na madalas nakakatawa. So kapag may teacher akong nakikita na gumagamit ng meme, sobrang saludo kasi gusto niya makarelate. Pero pag nakikita mo yung reaction ng mga bata, oh, yung baduy naman ni ma'am. Okay, so there are pointers I want to share in sharing memes, okay, in classes. Between cringe, yung parang sukot, and cool. And last is how you can learn from stand-up comedians like Joy. Learn plus laugh is a luxury. Adding elements of stand-up comedy to effective online teaching. Believe it or not, teaching online and in classroom, you're also speaking like a stand-up comedian. So, what points can you learn from people like Jokoy? So, let's go. First is online personality for teachers and everlasting impression. Okay. Teachers, try niyong hulaan anong event yung mga artista at yung mga taong to ay magsusuot sila ng formal at magpapapicture sa public. Um, anong event yan? Jesus Correro, Manny Pacquiao, um, Lucy Torres Gomez, Heart Evangelista. So, yan ay Sona. Okay, yan ay Sona. So, and believe it or not, di ba, culture sa Pilipinas na yung mga politicians and celebrities, they were their best in the Sona. Okay? Talagang may trending pa sa Facebook na ito yung suot ni ganito, ito yung suot ni ganyan. Even Star Magic Ball. So, that says a lot that Filipinos, okay, please pardon the term, that Filipinos have a cult of personality. Okay? May mga quote-unquote, iniidolo sila ang mga imahe. Kaya pala, isang kultura sa Pilipinas na magbihis ka ng maayos. Parang ako ngayon. Pero usually, pag ako makikita mo sa alsada, mukha lang akong pinabili ng suka. Ngayon lang ako pumorma. Kailangan eh. Personalities are shaped up and developed to appeal to a group of people. Ang tawag doon sa showbiz terms ay image management. Alam mo yun, may karamihan sa mga artista, kontrolado nila yung kailangan nilang sabihin. Kasi otherwise, they might lose fans or customers. Believe it or not, they do it that way. So maybe we could learn from that. Angel Oxin, okay? I believe personally that Angel Oxin is a good person. So no problem with her image management. Vice Ganda is shaped and developed to appeal to the mass of people who wants entertainment. So ibig sabihin, tinraining si Vice Ganda na i-target yung audience na yun, na gustong tumawa, na gustong sumaya. Simon Cowell is targeted to the audience that has a taste of, let's say, classy. Okay, gusto nila ng konting class, konting quality man lang. Simon Cowell is there. Boy Abunda is a person who targets audience who want to have, a sense of honesty, a sense of authenticity. And there is Robert Downey Jr., who's just a cool guy. Ang cool ni Robert Downey Jr. Pogi na, maangas. Alam mo yun, parang nakakahiyang tumabi sa kanya. Okay. So that's good image management for you. And there are people like Kim Chu, Xander Ford, and Kong TV who target a specific type of audience. So lahat sila may audience at kaya ganun yung image nila. Ang tawag doon ay psychologically halo effect. First impressions are based on the psychological term halo effect. Ano yun? Kapag may nakita kang isang magandang bagay sa taong yun, overall, hinuhusgahan mo na siya bilang okay. Okay? So, a psychological term that describes a usually positive bias in judgment based on one single trait of a person. Bigyan ko kayo ng example. Pag ako nakabihis ng formal at nag-ayos ako ng buhok, pwede nyo akong husgahan na, uy, yung astig ng taong to. Pero actually, you don't really know a thing about me. Diba? Same thing with you teachers. Pag kayo nagsalita kayo online, nakikita kayo sa camera, students know 99% not about you. Okay? Not 99% about you. Pero huhusgahan ka nila at magke-create sila ng mental image tungkol sa'yo. So please use this halo effect. Okay? Na gagamit ka ng something na positive sa'yo and yun yung i-upfront mo sa students. Okay? Can sound pretentious. It can sound like, ano ako, showbiz? Ano ako, artista? Hindi, teacher ako. Take note, teachers. We are taking notes. Pun, sorry. We are taking ideas from how successful those artists are. With limited time online, people are going to create a mental image of a teacher nonetheless. Talagang kahit 5 segundo ka lang magsalita, magkaka-first impression ka na. It is also good to take notes from techniques used by celebrities and even vloggers. Ito, mga vloggers na yan, PewDiePie, Noli De Castro, okay, I don't know the others, Kong TV, okay, you can actually make an impression that Kong TV is a funny guy. Okay, a funny guy who has lots of things to talk about. This girl is cute and cool at the same time. Wow, this guy, pogi niya. PewDiePie, online tito. Para mo lang siyang tito. And Noli De Castro ay yung parang tatay mo na hindi mo alam kung seryoso o hindi. Hindi ko kilala yung mga yan personally. Pero may mental image ako sa kanila. Yan ang gusto nyong mangyari pag nag-online class kayo. Hindi kayo kilala ng students nyo personally, pero maganda ang mental image nyo sa kanila. People who make more eye contact are perceived as intelligent. Huwag ka lang creepy, ha? Lalo na sa online class, na tayong mga teachers, hindi tayo sanay na tumingin sa screen at tumingin sa camera. Okay? So ako, guilty ako dyan. Ewan ko kung napansin nyo, pero nakatingin ako sa screen. Please make eye contact on the camera. Faster speakers are judged to be more competent. Okay? Hindi po yan ang case. Faster speaker kapag yung manner of speaking mo ay may laman. Okay? Wag lang siya puro blabber. Dressing smartly communicates success. Okay? If you're familiar with Jobit Baldivino, sikat siyang meme. Smartness and appearance of wealth brings influence. If you're familiar with Team Laika, a vlogger on YouTube, nagsimula siya bilang isang tutor. Actually, I'm a fan of her. Okay? So, actually, nagsimula siya bilang isang tutor at napaka-messy nung likod niya. Personally, yun yung opinion ko. Pero it brings an idea that this girl has something to offer. Has a lot to offer, actually. Hanggang nag-improve siya ng nag-improve, medyo dumami yung fans niya and dumami yung following, dumami yung subscribers. Naging successful si Team Laika and she's showing a lot of things on her background. You may see it as cluttery kasi yung edad natin, parang ayaw na natin ng magulo. Pero students see it as something na, uy, meron siyang silver play button. Uy, meron siyang painting nito. Uy, that says something about herself. So, again, kung tayo ay teachers, try nating magkaroon ng something to offer like that. Okay? Anything to show them. And remember, teachers with strong personalities are more likely to teach effectively. Again, teachers with strong personalities. Hindi ko sinabing palaging galit ha. Pero yung personality na tumatatak sa bata, mas pinakikinggan nila yon. Okay? So now is the time, teachers, for you to develop a strong personality. Hindi siya katulad ng ibang bagay na, ay, pinanganak na akong ganito eh. Ito na ako. It can be learned. Take it from me na mahiyain akong tao. Ask my co-teachers. And pinagganito ako ng isang kakilala ko. Pinagtalk ako sa school nila. And sabi ko, it's a matter of adjustment. Number two. Okay. Kalahati na ng time and number two pa lang tayo. So interaction games applied on online learning. Among Us is a game of social interaction and critical thinking. I might be assuming that most of you know it already, but ang target kasi ng Among Us ay madami kayo, okay, and you're playing online. Merong isang impostor na papatay sa inyo isa-isa. At huhulaan nyo through meetings kung sino yung impostor na yon. Pag nahulaan nyo siya bago mamatay ang lahat, manalo. Pag napatay kayong lahat or nakatatlong hula na kayong mali, hindi nyo pa nahulaan yung impostor, talo yung grupo at panalo yung impostor. So basically, it's a game of deception and critical thinking. Wait, critical thinking and social interaction? Di ba yan yung mga bagay na agenda natin sa classrooms? So again, Among Us can be used in educational field. Pero hindi yung mismong laro. Some elements of it. It is possible to integrate critical thinking and interaction in online classes. And yun, bibigay lang ako ng example. Okay, let's play some games. Okay, this part is brought to you by classtools.net. Hindi po ako endorser ha. Classtools.net ay isang teacher-friendly and freeware. Ibig sabihin, pwede mong gamitin lahat. Na nagbibigay siya ng mga games and alternatives to online teaching. Okay, let's try them. Okay. Try muna natin tong game na to. Popular TV shows. So, gumawa ako ng isang game sa Class Tools. So, i-share ko lang po yung yung game na ito. So, yan. Okay, here goes. Okay. So, I hope you can see it now. All right. So, hulaan natin kung anong popular TV show ito. At maghahanap ako sa comment section. Ayan, maghahanap ako sa comment section kung sino yung nakahula ng tamang sagot. So, game to na pwede mong gamitin online. Ang tawag dito ay Z2A. Okay? So, Z2A. Search nyo lang siya sa classtools.net. So, start na ako ha. Try nyo hulaan kung anong popular TV show to. At every second, madadagdagan siya ng letter. Let's go. Okay. Ano kayang TV show yan? Popular na TV show. Oops! Wait lang. Tingnan natin sa comment section. Ano kayang popular TV show to? Okay. Wants to be a millionaire? Hindi po. Wala. Ay, nagsisimula siya sa M. Okay, sorry. MLLMO tapos may Y. Sige, resume ba natin? Oy, nawalaan nyo na ba? Tingnan natin. Wala pa. Wala pa. Okay. So, dagdagan ko pa ha. Okay, ang tamang sagot dito ay maalaala mo kaya. Okay? And believe it or not, pwede mong gamitin sa classroom mo to. Sa online classes. So, pasasagutin mo lang sila sa comment section kung sinong unang makahula, siya yung may point. It's another alternative to recitation in online classroom. Okay. So, isa pa. Okay, try natin. Okay, popular TV shows. Ano kayang show to? Dagdagan pa natin ng isa pang letter. Oops! Anong popular TV show yan? May U, L, G, and G. Okay. Wait lang. Tamang sagot ay Bubble Gang. Okay. Bubble Gang. Okay. So, yan ay isang example ng isang game na pwede mong gamitin online. May critical thinking because they have to somehow make the words out of those letters. And there is social interaction kasi kausap mo sila at nag-reply sila. At nakikita pa nila yung sagot ng ibang students. So this is a good interactive game to choose. Of course, it's not gonna be popular TV shows. Pwede mong gamitin yung lessons mo. Pwede naman siyang i-edit. Okay, may edit button dyan. So, but the idea is that you can use them. Okay. I'm gonna use another, let's say, game. Okay. Guess what's behind this box. Ito maganda to. Kasi titingin ako sa Facebook ng sabihin nating magiging sagot. Okay. So, what's behind the box? So, pwede mong gamitin again yung lesson mo. Okay. Ito, gagamitin ko lang ay mga famous internet celebrities. Okay. Famous internet celebrities. So, isa-isa, magtatanggal ako ng box and kung sino yung unang makakahula kung sino yun, okay, siya yung panalo. At may premyo siyang palakpak. Okay, let's try. Okay, may nakahula na ba kung sino ito? Okay, may nakahula na ba kung sino ang ang internet celebrity na to? Wala pa? Wala pa? Wala? Okay, magtatanggal pa ako. Uy! Ang ilala mo to ha? Ang astig ng mga teachers dito. We learn as one. We learn as one. Pero may makakasagot ba kung sino to? Ang internet celebrity na to ay si... Yun! Larry Gadon! Okay. So, next slide. Next slide. Okay. O, sige, hulaan nyo naman to. Okay. So, sino ang internet celebrity ito? Na madalas yun ding nakikita sa TV. Walang sasagot. Sayang, wala kayong palakpak. Sanderford, Coco Martin. Hindi po, pasensya na. Okay. Uy, ang internet celebrity na to ay si Jessica Soho. Yun, thank you, Ma'am Chris Tabligan. Yan, si Jessica Soho. Okay. O, next last na to. Oops, sino to? Mahirap hulaan to. Mahirap hulaan yan. Wala walang makakasagot. Ang sagot dito ay si Boka Uson. Okay. So, yan. So, yan yung idea na pwede mong gamitin ah, ang mga games na yan. It's actually just PowerPoint, ha? Pero yung idea ay may critical thinking at may online interaction. Yung nakatingin ako sa comment section, naghahanap ako ng sagot. So that's interaction already. Classtools.net breaking news, okay, those are examples. You can search them on the internet and they are free. Okay, classtools.net is pretty much a teacher loving website. Okay. Next is scorecounter.com. Okay, gusto mong magpa-debate um, or gusto mong magpa-quiz na pop quiz like sabihin mo siya verbally, you can use scorecounter.com. Okay. So those are pretty fun games for me. Okay, sana sa inyo din. Okay. So I can show more actually, but the time doesn't allow it. So let's move to number 3. Student fixation on anonymity and how it can be used in online classes. So ano ba yung anonymous na yan? Hindi yan yung grupo ng mga tao na nangahack daw ng PC nyo. Hindi yon yung anonymous. Okay? So what's anonymous or anonymity? Okay? Anonymity is the state of being unidentified on the internet. Okay? Aminin natin, mga kasama kong guro, mga kasama ko sa educational field, lahat po tayo ay may ginagawa sa internet hindi natin gustong ipakita sa iba. Okay, ulit. Lahat tayo ay may ginagawa sa internet, teacher man or hindi, na hindi natin gustong ipakita sa iba. Okay, so importante, a beginning trend since the 2000s is the idea of anonymity. Na pwede kang may gawin sa internet, mag-post ka, mag-express ka, pero anonymous ka. And it's a two-edged blade. Okay, may good side siya, may bad side siya. First is, there's freedom. Freedom of expression, freedom from, let's say, freedom of your privacy. Okay? And there's another side which states that how can you regulate what you post on the internet if you're anonymous? 'Di ba kung ikaw anonymous na ako, kung ano-ano sasabihin mo. Pwede akong magsuot ng maskara sa internet and pwede kong mura-murahin si ganito at pwede akong gumawa ng meme against this guy. So it's a two-edged blade. Anonymity has been a refuge for netizens, especially teenagers and students, to express their strong opinions, even reactions. Yung iba nga ginagamit na coping mechanism yan eh. Pag may problema ka sa bahay, i-share mo. Di ba? I'm not saying that that is bad, but it's a coping mechanism for some. It's an illusion of freedom for the youth. So again, may bad side, may good side. Although it is civil to be identified formally, of course, sa online classes, lahat kayo, kailangan full name at real name. Yung mukha nyo sa profile picture, kayo yun. Okay? Pero may mga research na kapag nagturo ka daw online at yung mga estudyante mo ay anonymous, parang student 1, student 2, ganun lang daw yung pagkakakilala nila, it can have a positive impact on the learning experience. Bakit daw? Kasi wala daw bias sa estudyante at sa teacher. Papangalanan mo lang siya, student 1, student 2, student 3. Hindi ka mag-iisip, ay nako, yan, ito na naman si De La Cruz, nako. Yan. Hindi ka magkakaroon ng judgment kasi pantay-pantay sila because they're anonymous. Smith see that in online learning as well, where people can manage their anonymity, may equality daw sa teachers and students. Kasi kapag face-to-face, di ba, parang nandyan na yung muka, nandyan kayo, talagang magkakaroon ng bias. Okay? In online, you can take advantage of the idea of anonymity. So, we cannot use anonymity perfectly in class. Alam mo yun, lahat kayo hindi kilala. Pati ikaw, hindi ka nila kilala na teacher ka. Pero you can use it in online apps, in online activities. So, bigyan ko kayo ng examples. Easy poll. So, sa comment section, mga teachers, okay, kakopy ko lang yung kakopy ko lang yung link na to. Yan, easypolls.net. Yan. Pwede kayong magpa-poll or pwede kayong magpa-quiz na hindi mo kilala kung sino yung sumasagot. Okay. Sir, paano yan? Magpapa-quiz ka. Hindi mo naman kilala yung tama o mali. Pwede mong gamitin ang easy polls kung gusto mo ng comprehension check questions. Ulit, pwede mong gamitin ang mga polls na hindi mo kilala yung sumasagot sa function na gusto mo lang malaman ilang percent sa kanila yung naka-gets talaga. So, try kong i-share, okay? Try kong sagutan to, okay? I-zoom ko lang. Okay, share ko lang ulit yung screen ko. Yan. Example nito, what grade or year in high school gave you the best memories? Of course, pwede mong gamitin yung lesson mo, pero ito muna. Try nyo muna sagutan mga ma'am and sir. Ulitin ko, yung link ay nandyan po sa comment section. Okay, so para sa akin, ang nagbigay ng best memory sa akin ay yung third year ako or grade 9. So boboto ako. Ayan, at makikita nyo dito ilang percent yung sumagot sa easy polls. So anong pwede naming gawin dyan, sir? Hindi mo naman malalaman yung estudyante, anonymous sila. Ang pwede mong gawin dyan ay ilang percent yung nakasagot ng tama bago ka mag-move on sa next part ng lesson mo. So, ang nakasagot ng letter C, which is the correct answer, ay 80%. Ibig sabihin, ay, thank you, Lord. Nagets nila. So again, anonymity can be used, okay, for comprehension check. Hindi mahihiya yung bata na sabihin, ay, ayoko sumagot na ito. Makikita ni sir na mali ako. Hindi ganun. Dito sa easy polls, anonymous ang bata, magiging confident siya whatever the outcome is. So, that's easy polls. Okay. So, isa pang, yan, ang Google form. Okay. Mga co-teachers, okay, try nyo pong gamitin ang survey na ito, Google Forms. Usually kasi, sa schools natin, yung Google Forms, hinihingian tayo ng pangalan, di ba? Hinihingian tayo ng email. Pero sa Google Forms, pwede mo siyang i-edit na maging email-less siya na walang ilalagay na pangalan. Okay? So, ang Google Form can be a good way of asking feedback and answers nang hindi kailangan ng pangalan. Google Forms. Example, gusto mo lang manghingi ng feedback na which lesson this week was the strongest to you and which lesson this week was the weakest to you. So, that's Google Form. So, walang pangalan yung bata, pero alam mo kung ano yung gusto nilang sabihin. So remember, anonymity can be a good tool to use in the right manner. Okay, anonymity. So, okay pa ba ang mga teachers natin dyan? Ayan, maraming salamat po sa mga comments. Ayan. Okay. So, last two topics. First is meme balancing. Okay. Between cringe, between something na baduy, and between something na, astig ni sir, gumagamit siya ng meme. Okay. I hope hindi kayo yung may ganitong estudyante na ganyan yung mukha niya na grabe naman to si teacher, ang baduy naman niya. Gagamit siya ng overused na meme. Okay? And let's explain further. Meme is a humorous image. Okay? Nakakatawang picture, video, piece of text, anything that is copied on the internet at pinapakalat. Okay. Makikita nyo yan. I mean, ito mga sikat na memes to simula nung 2018, I guess. So, ba't ako matatakot? Advance ako mag-isip. Wala na, finish na. So, yung mga memes na yan, actually, ay good way to connect with your audience and students. But, there's a but. The dynamics of meme making is getting more complicated. With the rise of Facebook groups, sharing memes of wide variations, merong tinatawag na dead meme. Ibig sabihin nun, laos na. Pag ginamit mo yun ng isang beses pa, hindi na yun nakakatawa. Okay? A meme is considered dead or obsolete, hindi na nakakatawa. Bibilangan mo lang siya ng ilang araw. At pag ginamit mo yung mga ganong klaseng meme, nababado na yan na yung mga estudyante sa'yo. So it's important to keep yourself up to date with what's funny or not. Anyway, comedy is subjective naman eh. So bigyan ko kayo ng examples ng mga memes na makikita mo sa Facebook. Don't worry, it's wholesome. Okay? Walang bastos dyan. And makikita mo sa Facebook na for now, as of September 9, ay cool para sa mga bata. Okay. Try nating i-zoom in to. Okay. Yan. Nandito si James Reed na level 1 at nandito si James Reed na level 35. Yan. Malaking burger patty kapag hilaw. Maliit na burger patty kapag naluto. Yan. Imbis na wake me up when September ends. Whenever I see boys and girls agad. Nandyan yung ginawang ad ng master. Okay? Ito ay kapag gumamit ka ng subalit, napakalakas mo. Pag gumamit ka ng ngunit, ayos lang. Okay. Philippines, mas gusto ng mga bata, Philippine yan. Okay. Reference, ginamit siya ng isang vlogger na sikat na instead na sa tawagin niyang Filipino, tinawag niyang Philippine yan. O kung gusto mong gumamit ng meme sa social science, sa history, ano, saan, sino, bakit, sa paanong paraan? Socrates yan, Socratic method yan, teachers. Okay, at yung last ay yung piatos, ay tinatapakan lahat ng mga piatos flavors niya. Ang the best daw ay yung sour cream. Okay. Believe it or not, para sa mga estudyante, ang cool nito at nakakatawa. But remember, madali siyang malaos. So, ang paggamit ng meme, okay, ay within days lang. Kapag ikaw gumamit ka ng meme na last month pa pinagtawanan, hindi ka magiging appealing sa students. So, yun, take note of that, teachers. Otherwise, you can use classic memes na parang sikat na memes na ayun, nasa content na lang. Use memes to make online classroom rules. Pwede kang gumamit ng meme para gumawa ng classroom rules. Or, pag nagtuturo ka, gawin mong meme yung tinuturo mo. Example ko ay yung dalawang memes na to. So, ako kasi ay science teacher and yung Anomalocaris, tinuro ko siya sa mga estudyante ko. Siya yung isa sa mga pinakaunang hayop ng Cambrian explosion. So, saan ba yung kamay ng Anomalocaris? Dito ba? Or dito? Okay. So, hindi siya masyadong nakakatawa, pero yung idea na na-relate mo siya sa isang meme, matatandaan yan ng students. Itong T-Rex, no? Ganyan ba talaga yung yung kamay ng T-Rex? Kayo teachers, naisip niyo ba bakit ganyan daw yung kamay ng T-Rex? Okay. Believe it or not, yung kamay ng T-Rex ay ginagamit nila pangkalmot. Pangkalmot. Kung paano ginagamit siya pangkalmot, kayo na lang yung mag-imagine. Okay. Grab the attention of students sparsely. Okay. Exam agad. Hold up. Review muna. So, pwedeng gamitin ng memes para magkaroon ng transition between this part of the lesson and that part of the lesson. Pang-grab ng attention. And take note of the word here, sparsely. Ibig sabihin nun, konti-konti lang. Kasi pag sumobra na yung meme, nawawala yung idea na nagtuturo ka, nagmumukha ka ng Facebook. Or, just break the ice. Diba? Kilala nyo naman yung taong yan. Paano mo nasabi? Pwede mong gamitin yan sa context ng opinions sa social science or open-ended questions. So, use memes in many ways. And last ay, ang matuto at tumawa ay isang kayamanan. Okay? Hindi ko sinasabi, teachers, na maging clown tayong lahat. Okay? Pero madaming instances na kung saan yung mga estudyante, mas naaalala nila yung mga bagay na may comedic element. So, paano tayo matututo kay idol nating Jokoy ng mga tips para maging mas effective na online teachers? Comedy is a coping mechanism. Okay? So, especially ngayong pandemic, hindi ko alam kung gaano kadaming tao ang nag-binge watch ng Bubblegang. Hindi ko alam kung gaano kadaming tao yung nanood sa YouTube ng concert ni Jokoy. Okay. So, comedy is a coping mechanism for young people. Kaya nga tayo gumagawa ng memes para tumawa. Okay? So, yung idea ng comedy, it's a natural drive, a natural need. Knowledge endures with good memories. Okay? Lahat ng natututunan ng bata, tumatagal pag tumawa siya habang natututunan niya yun. Okay? Hindi ako pwedeng magbigay ng mga examples. Later na lang. Ito, madaming hormones ang nagpapasaya sa'yo. Serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, endorphin. Isa-isayin natin sila. Yung endorphin, lumalabas lang siya pag nag-exercise ka. Okay? So, pwede lang tong gamitin ng mga PE teachers. Oxytocin, nilalabas lang siya tuwing sex, tuwing childbirth, tuwing nagpapagatas ka ng anak. Definitely, di mo magagamit yan. Ang dopamine lang at serotonin ang pwede mong magamit. At lumalabas lang ang pangpasayang dopamine kapag nire-reward ka at ang serotonin kapag kumakain ka ng mahayos. So babalik tayo sa dopamine. Okay? Nilalabas lang daw yung pampasayang hormone na dopamine kapag pleasurable yung sitwasyon. Ang tanong, pleasurable ba sa estudyante yung pag-aaral sa online class sa lesson mo? So, kung pleasurable siya, naglalabas siya ng hormones na nagpapatagal ng knowledge sa isip niya. So, importanteng magpasaya. Humor is one of the principal ways to ensure that this experience is positive and will have long-term results. So, ewan ko, may isang experience ako sa nung ako'y high school pa na yung estudyante namin nag-report at ginamit niya yung pangalan ni Mary Leakey. Okay? So, sino si Mary Leakey? Isa siyang archaeologist, if I remember, na nakadiscover kay Lucy. Okay? Alam ko si Lucy yung na-discover niya. Or, yun, basta may kinalaman siya sa mga um, extinct na humans, na ancient humans. So, yung reporter na yun, may provincial accent siya. And no offense meant sa inyo, na-pronounce niya yung Mary Leakey ng mali. Marilike. Okay, Marilike. Tapos kaming mga estudyante, hindi namin magets, pero yung teacher namin, tawa siya ng tawa. Sobrang lakas ng tawa ng teacher na yung buong klase tumawa kasi mali nga daw yung pagkakasabi ng estudyante. And again, no offense dun sa nangyari, dun sa provincial accent. Pero bakit ko siya naaalala ngayon? Kasi naaalala ko na tumawa kaming lahat. At sobrang saya nung teacher na yun, na madalas seryoso. At sobrang saya namin nun. Kaya hanggang ngayon, naaalala ko yung term si Mary Leakey, isang archaeologist na may kinalaman sa pag-discover ng mga ancient humans. So, humor. Diba? Kahit na napakaliit na bagay ni Mary Leakey, yun, naalala namin siya. Naalala ko siya. Okay, so these are some notes you can take from the best stand-up comedians. Okay? First is content and substance. Palagi mong i-relate yung joke at stories mo sa topic. Wag kang mag-joke, uy class, may joke ako. Hindi ganun. Kailangan sinasabay mo siya sa tinuturo mo. Example nun, nagturo ako ng idea ng marble. Okay? Different kinds of rocks, di ba? Metamorphic yung marble. Eh di nagtanong yung estudyante, sir, yung di ba yung marble yun yung holen? Sabi ko sa kanya, hindi yun yung holen. Yung marble, yun yung kulay puti na minsan ay magaspang or ginagamit na pang-decorate sa mga table. Eh sir, anong ibig sabihin ng holen? Saan gawa yun? Sinabi ko sa kanya, nagawa yun sa glass, gawa yun sa ceramic, gawa yun minsan sa semento. Pero, hindi ba kayo nagtataka? Saan galing ang salitang holen? Noong unang panahon daw, nung naglalaro pa yung mga Amerikanong bata, nung panahon pa ng Amerikano. So, yung mga Pilipino, nakakita sila ng mga Amerikanong naglalaro ng marbles. So, pinipitik nila, no? Ayun, pinipitik, so nilalagay nila dun sa butas. So, ano yan, ano yan? May bagong laruan, pre, bagong laruan. Kaya tingnan natin. So, nakita nila yung mga Amerikano, pinipitik. Anong ginagawa? Anong ginagawa? Pinipitik daw nila, pinipitik. Tapos, nanonood sila tahimik lahat, no? Tapos nakafocus talaga yung mga Amerikanong bata. Pagkapitik nila ng marble, napasok siya sa butas. At sinabi nung isang bata, hole in! Yun. Ang pagkakarinig ng mga Pilipino, hole in. Pero actually, ang hole in ay mula sa salitang hole in. Okay? Hindi siya joke, ha? Pero somehow funny siya na nilagyan mo ng istorya yung tinuturo mo. So, content and substance. Huwag basta-basta magjo-joke. Magjo-joke or magkikwento sa mismong topic. Kilalanin mo yung audience mo. Okay? So, ako, teacher ako sa isang public high school na sabihin na nating laking kali ako as a teacher, and then yung mga estudyante ko ay underprivileged naman. So, makaka-relate ako sa kung paano sila magsalita. Okay? So, kilalanin yung estudyante mo kung ano yung cool para sa kanila. Okay? Ang pagkikwento ng nakakatawa ay may kailangan na rhythm and timing. Pwede mong gayahin kung paano sila magsalita. Kasi once na namimimic mo yung isang tao, it's already funny. Use appropriate terms. Tandaan ha, ang pinagkaiba lang ng teacher sa stand-up comedian ay yung teacher may kailangang ituro at appropriate dapat ang words. Always regulate the pace. Okay? Mananahimik ka ng onte, tapos babagalan mo. Okay? At kapag nandun na yung punchline, manahimik ka ng konti. Bitinin mo sila. So ako, ayun, hindi ko lang makwento yung mga jokes ko. Pero yung idea, I hope you get it. Paint pictures through words. Teaching online can be an arduous task for both teachers and students. Isipin mo, no, ang liit na nung camera mo, tapos magsasalita ka pa. Actually, wala kang pinagkaiba doon sa napapanood nila sa TV. Pero mas makikinig sila sa napapanood nila sa TV. So, paano ka mas papainggan ng students? So, kapag nagsasalita ka, try mong gawin na parang nagkikwento ka sa mga katropa mo. Okay? Na parang nakikichismis ka. Okay? Imaginative dapat ang narration ng lessons at stories. Example nito ay si Idol Sheldon Cooper. A neutron walks into a bar and asks, "How much for a drink?" The bartender replies, "No charge for you." Okay? So, ano ibig sabihin nun? Yung neutron kasi, siya ay hindi positive, hindi negative. So, wala siyang charge. Okay. So, corny na. Okay. And remember, the best artists prepare their lines. So, bilang teacher, it will help na i-research mo yung pinag-aaralan mo and try to think of something funny. Okay, and memorable that your students can laugh at. So, bigyan ko kayo ng mga jokes ha. I mean, hindi ako ganun kagaling na komedyante. Mas kengkoy ako sa personal. Pero dito hindi. Okay, sige. Unang joke ko, why don't you need to trust atoms? Okay? So, bakit daw hindi mo pagkakatiwalaan yung atoms? Ulit. Why don't you need to trust atoms? Because they make up everything. They make up everything. Anyway, English kasi yung joke. Okay. So, yung coronavirus, okay, which is something that is trending, how can you make something funny out of that? Okay? So, So for you, teachers, to get to the challenge of making something na, let's say, problematic into something na we can look optimistically at. Okay. So, wag daw kayong magjo-joke sa mga noble gases. Ayun, noble gases, helium, neon, argon, krypton, and xenon. Bakit di daw kayo dapat mag-joke sa mga noble gases? Kasi wala kang makukuhang reaction. Okay. Mga science teachers lang matatawa dyan. Mukha pa ngang hindi. Okay. So again, the idea of using pop culture, okay, is to relate everything the students know already and the students experience into the learning process. So, pag ginamit nyo yan ng ginamit, yung pop culture, anything that the students can relate to, the students will be one step closer to you and one step closer to your agenda. So, to end this, okay, please let me just tell you something. Teachers who are actually listening to this stream. Teachers who are choosing to answer to the challenges posed by the pandemic are valuable frontliners. Okay, ulitin ko, frontliners kayo na kasing halaga ng mga nurse, doktor, militar, police, janitor. Pero anong pinagkaiba niya? Yung mga doktor, nurse, police, janitor, to their credit, ine-ensure nila yung safety natin ngayon. Pero yung mga teachers natin na frontliners, ine-ensure tayo na meron tayong magandang bukas. So, wala tayong difference sa mga frontliners na yan. Pero, mas long-term ang epekto natin once nakapag-adapt tayo sa challenges ng pandemic na to. So, once again, I am teacher Giandel Atalia, and this is the end of my talk. Thank you for listening and watching. God bless you all.
Thank you so much, sir. Now we will proceed to the question and answer portion. Our first question is from Lanzuela Zay Vangs. How can we brace ourselves being a teacher to cope up easily with this generation and build a good mental image to our students?
Okay, so if you remember, yung pinaka first na area ko, pinaka first point ko, okay, how can we build the mental image? So, punta lang ako dun sa first point. Okay, mag-take note ka kay Angel Locsin. So, ano ba yung mga manners ni Angel Locsin when she is on cam and when she is off cam? So, ano ba yung mga manners niya in speaking? Ano yung mga manners ng mga celebrities and politicians when speaking? Actually, you could take a note or two from them. Another thing is that know your group of people first. Ano yung target audience mo? 'Di ba sinabi ko kanina si Angel Locsin, ang lawak ng target audience niya. Vice Ganda, malawak. Simon Cowell, yung mga taong mahilig sa taste at classiness. Boy Abunda, for people looking for authenticity. So, pag nalaman mo yung target audience mo, dun mo umpisahan na ano bang gustong marinig or ano ba yung likable para sa target audience na to. Yun lang.
Thank you, sir. Our next question is from Elise Vera Tenorio. Sir, how do we draw the line between being too much comical and being comical but still educational?
Wow, good question. Thanks. I would like to quote from the question, being comical but educational. Actually, there's your answer. Kailangan lahat ng comic interventions mo ay nauunahan ng content. Okay? Sabi ko nga kanina, huwag kang magjo-joke ng walang content. Okay? Unahin mo muna yung lesson mo. Okay? I've known some teachers who are good at comedic timing, and I've known some teachers who are good at delivering the lesson. Pero rarely do we have a teacher who can deliver the lesson while having the comedic timing that the students like. So again, magiging valuable lang yung lesson ay magiging valuable lang yung comedic element kung napapatungan siya ng mas malaking content, mas malaking lesson. Yun lang po.
Thank you, sir. And our last question is from Bernadette C. Mamba. How will you motivate students who do not like to share their basic info because they are afraid that their account will be hacked?
Okay, put first the mission and vision statement of DepEd, diba? To promote quality, equitable, culture-based where students learn in a safe, motivating environment. Sorry, hindi ko hindi ko kinumpleto, no? Again, it should be a safe, motivating environment. Okay? Teachers, dun pa lang sa mission statement ng DepEd, okay, ina-assure agad yung mga students na whatever we do here in online classes, it is safe and teachers and the management of the school are doing their best to protect your rights. Okay? And sino ba yung pinaka priority ng gobyerno to kundi yung mga kabataan. So sa idea pa lang na yun, sa mission statement ng DepEd, yun. Pangalawa, okay, if it's gonna be Google Classroom and Zoom meetings, I don't know for the rest though. They are actually protected with encryption. So anong ibig sabihin nun? Kapag nag-Google Classroom kayo, kayo-kayo lang yung nakakakita nun. Okay, walang ibang makaka-access ng info and stuff. Pangatlo, as a student, pwede mong kontrolin kung ano yung sinishare mo online. Okay, sa Google Classroom, I remember na name mo lang naman ang ilalagay doon for formality's sake and wala nang iba. Okay, ibig sabihin, you as a netizen have the power over your info. Yun lang po.
That's all the questions we have for now. Any last reminders to our viewers for today, sir?
Yun, I know it's hard teachers to respond to the challenges of the situation. Even I am having challenges as well. But remember, teachers, this is what we are born and made to do. Okay? And the universe is actually thankful for you, teachers, doing your best for our country. Thank you again.
There we have it. In behalf of Vibal Group Incorporated, I would like to thank our speaker for today for this very eye-opening and insightful learning session. It is an honor to have you with us today, sir. And to all our Vibal viewers, all thanks to you for your continuous patronage to our daily learning session. Don't forget to register to get your certificates. And don't forget to subscribe and watch in our official Facebook and YouTube Vibal page. Muli, maraming salamat at magandang araw sa ating lahat.